These black and white cookies are soft and cake-like and covered in vanilla and chocolate icing for that iconic black and white look. They are a classic and so addictive, you are going to love them. Hi, I'm Lindsay from Life, Love, and Sugar, and today we're making black and white cookies. All right, so to get started, we will combine our dry ingredients. We have all-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt. We'll mix those together. Now we're gonna add our butter and our granulated sugar. We'll pop this on our mixer and cream it until it's light and fluffy and fully creamed. All right, so once you have this fluffy in texture, light in color, it's ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and add our vanilla extract and an egg. And we'll mix this together until it's all well combined. All right, so now we're gonna add about half of our dry ingredients. All right, once that's pretty well combined, we'll add our buttermilk. Mix this until it's well combined. All right, we'll add the remaining dry ingredients. We'll mix everything together until it's well combined. All right, our cookie dough slash batter is ready to go. These cookies really are very cakey, very light, and so the cookie dough, so to speak, is a little bit more like a thick cupcake batter than a really thick cookie dough. So don't be surprised by the texture. All right, I just like to give it a final stir, make sure I'm not leaving any pockets of flour on the bottom or anything like that. Make sure it's all incorporated. Now we're going to scoop things out onto our cookie sheets. These spread quite a bit, and once they come out of the oven, their shape is pretty set. So unlike some cookies where it's easy to shape them when they come out of the oven, these kind of need to be shaped before they go in. So I like to take a little spatula or a spoon or something and kind of shape them into a nice circle. It's really just more about shaping the base. As long as that base is pretty round, they usually come out pretty round. All right, these are looking good. We're gonna pop these in the oven for about 13 to 15 minutes. All right, so once you've baked all your cookies and they've had a chance to cool, you don't wanna frost warm cookies because then that icing will just heat up and melt right off your cookies. So you want them to be fully cooled. So once they are, we can go ahead and make our icing. We are gonna start with our powdered sugar, and we're gonna add some corn syrup. This will give them kind of a shine, a little bit of a glossy look. We have some vanilla extract. And then we're gonna add some water. I usually start with about 3 tablespoons. You can always add more later, but you can't take some away. So don't add too much. You don't want it to be too thin, or again, it'll slide right off your cookies. So we wanna mix this together until there are no more lumps. And I like this thickness. You could make it thinner. You could even have it a little thicker. So we're actually gonna take about 6 tablespoons of the vanilla icing and put it into a separate bowl. And then to this, we will add our cocoa powder. If you want kind of a darker, more black looking look for your black and white cookies, I would recommend the Dutch dark cocoa, but you could use regular unsweetened as well. Now you may find that this makes the icing super thick and you need to add a little bit more water, which is fine. All right, so now we have our chocolate and vanilla icing and we are ready to frost our cooled cookies. All right, so when you put the icing on these cookies, you're actually gonna frost the underside. So the part that was actually baking on your mat. And we are gonna start by adding our vanilla icing to all of them, let that dry a little bit, and then we'll add the chocolate. And there you have your final black and white cookies. They are so soft, so cakey and delicious and elegant. I love the look of them. You are going to love these cookies. You can find the full recipe at lifeloveandsugar.com.